Hello everyone, my name is JGK. I'm back with another Minecraft video. Today I'm checking out Vibrant Visuals. It just came out on Bedrock Edition, and I just want to do a world tour just to see what it looks like throughout the world. I have not looked at any of it yet, so I don't know what it's going to look like. I just spawned in, so I'm very excited to see the world in Vibrant Visuals. I plan to build a lot around what it looks like. So as I come out here right away, you can tell that the lighting is so much different. The signs glow a lot more. It's actually a bit hard to read. It kind of looks like it has a blur effect a lot stronger than usual. It's a little interesting. I wonder if you can mess with that at all. It's harder to read these signs, a lot harder. Moving on, you can see that most of the bases aren't finished yet. There's a lot of projects since the last video I made that have been started and not finished. But this looks really cool. I noticed the water is almost invisible, at least on the elevator. It's interesting. Go up to the top floor real quick. Oh yeah, this looks so much nicer than it did before. The nice lighting. Even the shadow, I can already see the lights coming in. It actually looks like pixel perfect shadows, which... Oh yeah, it definitely is. You can even see the outline of Scrat. That's kind of cool. I haven't really seen that in too many shaders on Java Edition, where it's like pixel perfect shaders. That's cool. You can see the ears and the cheeks of Scrat, which is also the best skin, by the way, in the game. Wow, look at that sun. Yeah, this looks crazy. This looks so much better. It's definitely a long time coming for Bedrock Edition to get this mode. Shaders have been in Minecraft for a long time, as you might know if you play Java. Go to bed real quick and then we'll see what it looks like during the day. If they can work out the performance issues with Bedrock Edition, then this would easily be my favorite edition. It's just such a shame that I can play with almost 300 plus mods on Java Edition and absolutely have zero lag whatsoever. But then I go into the Nether once in Bedrock without shaders on and my whole game freaks out. So I'm a little concerned about going in the Nether with Vibrant Visuals. I wonder if they optimized it. If not, I guess we'll see. I do like how the end rods look. They look a bit darker, and I like the mood that they're giving off. It definitely makes it a lot more worth it that I built with so many end rods. Alright, can start taking a look around, see what we got. Also, this is a huge project I'm working on that I'll explain in a little bit after I'm done looking this out. Wow, look at the reflection on the water. That's sick. You can see it from all the way out here. Oh yeah, get the shadows loaded in. Oh, you can even see your shadow while you're flying. That's kind of funny. You can see the squirrel flying in the air on the ground. That's funny. Alright, let's see. The shadows are pretty nice, especially with these pillars. It's very ambient lighting. I do really like how it's like pixel perfect shading. I wonder if it's... I gotta find some sugarcane. I want to see if it... Wow, the water looks so nice. Yeah, look at that. You can see the reflections of the trees. You can even see the pillar reflecting off the water. You can even see the tree that I'm building reflecting off the water. I think they did really nice with it. You got the new falling leaves. Just everything looks a bit more clean and polished. I really like the kind of water shimmering on the bottom of the floor. That is a very nice detail. Wow. It was definitely a long time coming, but they finally added it, so I'm very thankful on that. The reason I play so much Bedrock now is just not everybody has a PC, and it's very nice to play with people that don't have PCs. It's just, obviously if you've played Java Edition, you know how far behind Bedrock is to Java, so this is a very huge update. Check out the 2024 sign, see it reflect off the water. Yeah, that's sick. Even the pig in real time reflecting, that's nice. Real time reflections. Yeah, this looks sick. I'm very happy that they added all this. I'm sure you could find some really beautiful locations. Even the water right there, you can check out the coral reef over here. I think there's a coral reef. Oh yeah, look at that. Very clear. You can see everything in the water now. The only thing, I'm sure it's going to get better as it goes, as they keep updating is, oh wow, there's a shipwreck right there. I never knew that. That's sick. You can see right there. I can't wait until it's more polished so I can crank the render distance up, because usually I have it quite a bit higher than this, but I believe it's capped right now with vibrant visuals on. Yeah, it's capped at 24. I wish if they can get it to at least 50 where I can run vibrant visuals on Bedrock, I'll be happy. Because I want to be, the reason I built this whole perimeter with wall pillars is because I wanted to see the whole thing in one screenshot. But for now, this is fine. Obviously, it's still early stages of vibrant visuals. I want to kind of take a nosedive in the water, see what it looks like. Oh wow, it's very dark, but it's also, I guess it's not really dark, more than hazy. It looks pretty cool. I do hope they have like different shaders for different biomes of water. So if you're in the swamp, obviously I feel like it should be kind of swampy green kind of tint to it, and maybe more murky than this. And maybe if you're in a coral reef biome, the water's a lot more clear and a lot more bluish turquoise color. It's even really nice. You can see the reflection of the whole island right there in the water. They did really well with the reflections. This is definitely one of the best shaders I've seen. Java has, I mean, obviously hundreds and hundreds of shaders, and I don't think a lot of them have this kind of feel to it. A lot of them are too strong with the reflections, or the light is way too overbearing. But this is, I like this, kind of a happy medium, and I think it'll be really good when they end up polishing the rest of it. Now, move on to the rest of it, because I do want to tour the world a little bit, just to kind of see what everything looks like. As you can see, this is a little village I got going up right here. Eventually it's going to be houses along the whole thing, and a bunch of iron golems everywhere. Everybody has a village or trading hall, and we have one on this server. I just kind of wanted to make my own working village for once, and not just only a trading hall. Nice little aesthetic. You can see Ohio State sign going up, because I live in Ohio, so got to get the representation going on. You can see a good shot of the big mega tree that we're building. It's just a 1-to-1 version of this tree right here, down here. And we're just gonna keep all the leaves, or the exact pixels on the leaves. We kind of just mimicking the whole tree block by block. And you got a water elevator going up to the top of it. This has been taking forever to make, just because it just takes an insane amount of quartz. As you can see, it's just quartz and concrete and so many pillars of obsidian mined from the end to make that dome up there. It's just going to be a whole project, especially the leaves. Is building every tile to match pixel by pixel takes a long time, especially with all the wool it takes to get, and all the concrete and all the moss blocks. It just takes quite a while. Eventually though, as you can see, I started building walls, and this is all concrete, so it takes forever to get all this black concrete. Eventually this will all be walls all the way around. And then I'm going to cap it with a roof over the whole thing, so it's going to take forever. But just for future plans, once the roof is capped on, I want to build an entire, whatever the new forest is called, that black and white dark forest. I don't remember the name of it, but I want to build an entire forest on top of this. And then with the new friendly guests that are in, I'm just going to get as many as it'll let me and just let them roam inside of here. I think it'll be pretty cool, actually. Now, that is just really far down the road, so I have to finish all these projects first. For example, this project down here is actually where I work at right now, and I was going to replicate it 1-to-1, and I still might do it. The problem is I didn't know Vibrant Visuals was going to come out when I started it. And now that I do know Vibrant Visuals is out, I kind of want to use this space for something else. So I'm not sure if I want to continue with it or add something else at some point. Alright, moving on from this, just for a quick second I want to mention my microphone quality. I'm sorry if you keep hearing me breathe, and maybe it's too low volume or maybe it's even too high. I just trying to use this video. Oh wow. Hold on. Copper reflects light. That I can, no, not even the green copper. I can use this for so many builds. I'm kind of impressed with that. I'm very happy that they added so many reflections, and it's not just the sun, it's actual real-time lamp reflections. Wow, you can even see the torch banking off the wall reflecting. I'm assuming that's where that light's coming from. That's pretty cool. Wow, you can see it down there, just reflecting everywhere. I'm very impressed with this. It's not a lot of Java shaders that do that, so I'm very happy with this. Anyway, what I was going to say is I'm very sorry for my mic quality. If you can hear me breathing a bunch, I apologize. It's going to get better. I just kind of need to use this video as a benchmark. But moving on from this, this was also my starter base on this world. That was one of the first base locations until we kind of moved to the tree and all the other stuff. You'll see all our locations in a second. One thing we're building right now, or I guess I was building, is this cactus farm. Again, trying to keep the trend of building, you know, we build a giant tree, so I'm going to build a giant cactus. Eventually, I want to build a giant pumpkin for our pumpkin farm. I kind of want to keep that whole theme inside of here. That's kind of why I also want to get rid of the factory over there, because I want to keep building giant Minecraft items inside here and just have a farm in them. This one is a little inefficient, but it does get the job done. You can just stand here AFK, or if you're in the area, you know, you'll just get more cactus. Now, gotta get more rockets. Hopefully I can make it up. Wow, just barely not. What I was just about to say is we flattened all this by hand. This was mountain, and this was not flat terrain. It took a long time to carve out the mountain. It took a long time to place all the dirt, and it's not even close to being halfway done. So, kind of a giant project, but that's why I love Minecraft. So, moving on. We've got just a little simple wool farm down here. I'm gonna have to move it at some point, but it's just, right now, it's just a wool farm for every single color of wool. Obviously, we got sheep behind the walls just getting sheared. So, you can hear them going off right there. Alright, so there's one thing I did want to see over here, which is their gunpowder farm, which is also going to get a huge makeover now that there's a lot more updates in the game. So you can see if we just keep flying in this direction, kind of have this huge pyramid up in the sky. And obviously you don't need the pyramid for the gunpowder farm, but I have something else in mind that I'm going to do with it. I also love this water right now. Hold on, I have to take a second to look at this water. Wow. Get the sun reflection. Very blue. Wow. I'm very impressed with how this shader looks. I can't wait until we can push the render distance out farther and really test it. As you can see, this is just a very standard creeper farm for basically infinite gunpowder now. The reason I have a pyramid on top of it is because now you have the auto crafter. I forget the name of it, but it's the automatic crafting table. I'm just going to grow a bunch of sugarcane up here, and eventually it'll get pushed down by water and just funneled down to where the gunpowder is, and then we'll just have fireworks being crafted while you're AFK, just to make the process a little bit simpler. You can see the pillars reflecting off the water. I really like that. Alright, let's go to the nether. This is what I'm a little bit worried about, just because, I mean, this game got the nickname Bug Rock for a reason. There's been many times I just go in the nether and I'm just dead before I even load in. So, I can't imagine Vibrant Visuals is going to make it any easier unless they optimized it. So I'm sorry if the recording starts bugging, if my audio bugs out. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay. I loaded in at a decent time. I'm not lagging super much, but I'm not looking at anything. The portals are very purple. Obsidian is very dark in Vibrant Visuals. That's one thing I've been noticing quite a bit. Alright. Well, we have a simple highway in the nether, just like most people do in their mega projects. I am getting a bit of an input lag. If you can see me moving around weird, it's just because I'm testing the input lag. Occasionally I'm getting some pretty big stutters. If we go out here real quick just to see what the nether looks like. Very ambient. The wow, I really like glowstone. It looks so much better than it used to. Well, if you go to Vibrant Visuals, glowstone will be a very good thing you build with. Very aesthetically pleasing. The gloom off it, the bloom off of it is very nice. Okay. See if we get the usual lag when we're traveling really fast like this. Yeah, there's a little bit of stutters. This just goes off to a skeleton farm. I'm not gonna show it, it's just a little tiny room where a bunch of skeletons die. You can see the boats racking up. Alright, we have the nether hub that has not been finished yet. I'm considering tearing this whole thing down and going even bigger. Just because now that I'm working on the mega tree base and the perimeter, I could definitely make a way bigger one here. It's just been using a lot of copper, so I kind of had to stop until we get more copper. But we had a cool design going. It's just going to be a circle, and obviously you have the doorways, which is all going to be ice paths going off to different farms and different bases and whatnot. Alright, now that we come out of the nether hub, this is the spawn. I'm pretty excited to see this because I built this a very long time ago. This is a very old realm. And it definitely looks a lot more clean. I'm getting a little lag coming back into the overworld. If you can see, I'm just swiping my mouse to see how much lag there is. You can definitely see there's a little bit of tearing, just a slight amount. But that's fine. It'll hopefully correct itself for now. Obviously, like I said, this is a spawn. It's not done yet. There's a lot of unfinished projects on this realm. Eventually, this whole island will be filled with stuff. And actually, this is an artificial island. Oh god, that voice crack. This was an artificial island. Well, it is now. It was a tiny island when we first started the world, and then we just artificially built everything onto it, and I'll fly around in a second. But the main part of the island is obviously this house, which is our main trading hall, which is also not done. We just have the main trades that we need right now for villagers. So, obviously we have like mending, unbreaking, efficiency, all the basic requirements for kind of good weapons and good pickaxes. But the spawn island, the whole idea of us building it like this was so any new players could just have a fresh start and have a bunch of food over on the farm, which I do really like the way wheat looks. It's a bit more, I think it's a bit more saturated and dark. I do like how it looks. I could build some really cool fields with that. But yeah, the whole idea is you have a nice aesthetic farm with a bunch of food that new players can come pick up. Then we were going to build, well, we're still going to build it, but it's going to be kind of a dome. There's going to be an enchanting area in here and whatnot. Just some basic level stuff when you spawn in just to help you get started. Random sheep farm over here that will be gone. Obviously none of this is textured and has nothing built on it. We just kind of got done building the whole island. Ooh, what is this dark color? Is it about to storm? What was that? It's like right here. What biome is this? Huh. It's an interesting hue. It kind of went green for a second. That was interesting. But yeah, we kind of just finished building the island and then we kind of moved on to bigger projects. So we'll be coming back to this at some point. It's nice kind of just walking back, seeing what we built so long ago. Nice little chicken coop. Just some more aesthetically pleasing builds, I guess. You can also see the beacons from anywhere now, which is pretty nice. That's one thing I've always wanted, and you can see them from quite a ways away. It's pretty cool. Alright, I will go back into the nether hub, and I will pick up from there. Okay, we're back in the nether hub. It was a little bit of an interesting loading screen, but if I remember, it's been a while since I've come over this way. This was actually the first... Okay. I don't have armor on, I just remember that. Ooh! Very stupid. Okay, there we go. It's also kind of funny, if you haven't seen it, if you put the helmet on with Scrat, it like closes his face, and it's kind of funny. And it smashes his nose in. Alright. Well, after almost dying. Come back out here. I'm just gonna run past these guys. I don't feel like fighting right now. Oh, I'm gonna fight. I don't know where my pathway is. It's been a while since I've been over here. I thought it was just a straight shot, but it might not be. Okay, I do really like how the nether looks. I'm not lagging that much, but I was getting lag earlier. This looks so nice. The particles are just right. The glowstone really closes the whole thing together, I think. It is just really nice shading. I'm very excited to see how much they optimize this and what it turns into. Okay, I do remember what this is. Hopefully there's a bed here. I'm getting some lag. Okay, nice. This was a long time ago. I built this probably... Everything you see in this area I probably built, I don't know, probably closer to like 2022. So this is quite old now. This was where the main base was gonna be at first, because this is a raid defense tower that was turned into a raid farm. Pretty standard raid farm if you're pretty used to playing Minecraft. You know what a raid farm is. We had a little... This was another house that we built that we were gonna stay in, and then it ended up just being storage for the raid farm. Pretty standard design, nothing too crazy. I'll fly out to get a perimeter view. Ooh, I do want to check. Oh, I'm getting some big lag right now. I wonder what's causing that. Yeah, nothing crazy, just a small perimeter and just a little farm. Wonder if there's anything left. Probably siphoned everything out by now. There's some stuff left. It's alright. Yeah, nothing crazy, just a nice house. And then this is actually not another raid farm. I took the raid tower that was from over there. I literally took all the blocks and just moved it over here for whatever reason. I'm not really sure why, but I rebuilt the whole thing over here, and then this was one of our first starter houses. That's why there's not really much over here to show for. It's just kind of an empty, I guess, raid tower now. Just a long tunnel for no reason. But I do remember we built down here. Hopefully there's water. Whew, okay. Yes, this was where I wanted. This was the first location of my... Ooh, look at all the axolotls over there. There's a ton of them. This was the first location, base location in this world. I was in this lush cave, because this was when lush caves came out. And I was really excited to come down here and build, and it was a really cool base. It was gonna be like a natural base. You could see this river come down, all the lanterns. It looks perfect in this lighting with shaders on now. I really like this. And I might reconsider building in an even bigger lush cave that I can find. And while we're here, I kind of want to collect an axolotl. Okay. This base never really went too far just because we started finding other locations, and you know how it is in Minecraft, you're constantly moving away. Oh, this is a pretty cool area to see. I will come back when I found the next place that we built. Okay. I'm very excited to see this area because I haven't seen it in a while. This is actually... My brother built this. And I just kind of want to see what it looks like in environment visuals. You could hear so many sheep above me right now. I remember he's got a ton of sheep up here. This space is all over the place, but hey, I've got some way wilder bases back in my day. See what an amethyst looks like. Nothing too crazy, it just looks better. Of course, you got the sounds. I love the sounds of amethyst. Alright, let's see. He does have a nice little viewing area of coral down here. Nice little tank. I kind of want to go in and see what it looks like in the water. Dang. This water looks sick. So much more clear. Gosh. I'm very excited to do some really big builds with this in the future. You can just see the ambient lighting everywhere. It just looks really clean. Gotta see these sheep. Bunch of red sheep. Ooh, getting some lag. There's something here that game does not like. It might be all the sheep. All the red sheep. I wonder where all the red wool's going to. I do remember we tried to fight the wither out here, and it just completely, like, destroyed everything in the area. He's got his own little villager trading hall. Very nice. I think the wither destroyed everything out here, so we'll see. Oh yeah, you can start seeing some of the destruction already. Oh, I am lagging big time. Yeah, this whole mountain got torn into by the wither. Wow, look at that orb. I don't think there's any big difference to it. Just kind of caught my eye a little bit more that I flew over with these visuals on. Yeah, the landscapes are just so much better. It just looks so clean. Guys, ooh, there is a filter. There is a filter on the sand while you're in the desert. I like that. You kind of have the classic Mexico filter on. I like that though. It makes it feel a little bit more, I don't know, more ambient. Makes you feel like you're actually in the biome a little bit more. I do like that. Hopefully it's like that in every biome. They all have their unique. Wonder how the water looks. I should probably just check the ocean. Maybe it'll look a little bit stronger. I do really like these reflections off the water. It's so clean. It's still a little bit more hazy like it was before. But I do like the look of it. Okay, let's see. Okay, no lag so far. Chest light looks sweet. I can already see the surrounding. This looks so much better. This looks so much better than the end before. I really like this. I'm not sure where that light's coming from. Oh. Went away. Maybe it just kind of comes and goes, I guess. I don't know. You can see the end farm out there. I'll go out there in a second. But you can see I killed Ender Dragon. I don't remember. However many times you can. It's like 20 something. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's just random lights that come out of nowhere. That's interesting. But now that we have all the Ender Dragons killed that we can, we're going to start mining everything out. Probably going to have to TNT it all. It's going to take a long time. Barely started down there, as you can see. But this looks really clean. It still has that kind of static. There's that light again. It kind of still has that static thing to it, but it's not overbearing. I really didn't like it before. It felt like the static look in the void was too strong. But this purple is really nice. Let's just come out here and just see what we got going on. Yeah, that looks 10 times better. That's interesting. It's like an explosion. I don't know if you heard that, if it picked it up or not. But when the light appeared, there was kind of like a EMP explosion. It's interesting. It's good to see that the end farm is still working. Kind of. It's not really attracting that many of them. I wonder... There's probably some better farms out there. It's been a while since I built this one, so I'll have to... There's another explosion. It's got a nice purple reflection off of it. It's pretty cool. I wonder if they explained what that is. Yeah, it's still working pretty well. They're all just chilling down there. Probably despawned as those fine down. I'll get more. There's another one of those explosions. It's interesting. I wonder what they are. Or if they're just kind of a design choice and they have nothing to do. Like there's no background to it. Maybe there's not. I don't know if you can see, but there's like 2 X's on my screen right now. I'm sorry I'm like waving back and forth, but it's making it easier for me to see. There's on the left and the right of the screen, there's like 2 X's of lights coming together. I wonder... Oh wow, that was bright. You might have just been able to see it right there a little more stronger. I wonder what that is. They might have to relax that a little bit, because it is a little strong and prominent, at least on my screen. Huh, that's interesting. But that's pretty cool. I like how all of this looks. I like all the particles, the eyes of the Enderman are glowing. They have pixel perfect reflections. It's actually reflective. That's interesting. The shadow's actually changing with where this light comes up. I don't know if you saw the Enderman reflections, but as soon as that light came up, all their shadows are over there. It's a nice little detail. I'm sure it's only going to get better. The optimizations are yet to come in. Yep, there's that, and you can see the shadows right there. That's perfect. They really nailed the real-time shadows. I am probably gonna just end the video here. This world has a decent more to it, but there's another world that we just recovered from like 2015, and I really, really want to see it in vibrant visuals, and I just want to see it. It was a world where me and I think 10 of our buddies from like our OG friend group back in elementary school played all the time. And I will make a completely separate video of walking through that and getting my reaction to seeing it all for the first time again. Because we played on that world for years and years and years. And there's way more builds than what we've got on here. I will keep making videos on this world because this is my current world and I want to keep making progressions. I just need to get better at making videos and obviously get a better mic quality, and you know, a lot more stuff needs to be figured out if I want to keep making videos regularly. So I really do appreciate anybody who made it this far in the video. If you have any recommendations, please tell me. I will listen to anything right now. Like I said, my quality in videos, not great, but hoping for the future. I really like that. I do hope they kind of toned down the X thing. I can't really see it right now. It was kind of only when I was out in the void. It's interesting. But, like I was saying, I'm probably going to end the video here. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. This was kind of just a test. Oh, and I slept here. I forgot. I'm really lagging now. Look at that. But this was kind of just a test to see how my microphone is working now, and if it even was still working. Wow, you see this lag? Look at that. Really nice sunrise, or sunset? I don't know. Anyway, this looks really beautiful. There'll probably be another Minecraft video really soon because we just recovered that world that was so old, and I'm very, very, very excited to see it. Thank you for watching. My name is JGK. I will see you in the next video.